I keep my goals to myself, cause whenever I share it with folks, they get a look upon their face and their memory floats to a time where their goals and the stars ain't...
What's good? Smackdown at 3 hours is way too much. However, the show itself was okay at best. We did get a couple of good segments on the show. Trick Williams is officially a part of SmackDown, which is great. He got a massive reaction. We're going to talk about that. The main event, Damian Priest and Aleister Black, was okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually watched the last 10 minutes of the match, and it was pretty decent from what I saw from the last 10 minutes. Jordynne Grace popping up on the show was okay, too. So I'm guessing she's going to get her main roster call-up pretty soon. Julia recapturing the U.S. title for the second time, that was okay, but she still gets no reaction, so I don't know how that's going to play out. But all in all, SmackDown was okay. So we're going to get into SmackDown, the first SmackDown of the new year. SmackDown from January the 2nd, 2026. Happy New Year. So, we kick the show off with The Miz. He basically just blabbers on for about a good 15 to 17 minutes, just talking about his grievances that he had back in 2025. Then, thankfully, Randy Orton showed up. The Miz wanted to know if him and Orton wanted to form a tag team and call themselves Miz KO. Randy hit an RKO on Miz. Randy then says Happy New Year, and then he hits him with another RKO, and that was the end of the segment. So this was okay, but again, starting the show off with Miz wasting 15 minutes of our lives is a little bit too much. The promo should have lasted about, at best, 5 minutes at best. Again, Miz is fine in his role. He's a utility player. He has been for years now. I'm a fan of The Miz, but him going out there with a live mic for 15 minutes, in my opinion, is a little bit too damn much, if you ask me. So, moving on from that, this leads us into a backstage segment. The Kabuki Warriors, they're together. Nia Jax and Lash Legend, they show up. Lash and Nia tell them that they'll help them win the night, and then after that, they can give them a title match. Asuka says they'll be happy to owe them a beating, and then come Raw on Monday, they'll keep the titles, and after that, they'll face them anytime. I mean, they can face them anytime. So there's that. Who cares about this crap? This leads us into Randy Orton showing backstage, talking to Cody Rhodes. Randy says, out of respect, that now that he's back, once Cody beats Drew McIntyre, he's coming for the title. So Orton then walks away. In comes Nick Aldis. Nick tells Cody that Drew is here tonight, and he wants to remind Cody that he can't lay a finger on Drew. If he does, he'll be stripped of the title. So there is that. Who gives a damn about this? I don't care. Moving on, this leads us into the first match of the night. The team of Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, they defeat the heels, which are the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. Match was okay, basically. Rhea wins via the Riptide. No, Rhea hit the Riptide, and then Io got the win via the Over the Moonsault. Yay, who cares? Who really gives a damn about this? I don't. Moving on from that, Jordynne Grace popped up on this show, like I said previously. So Nick Aldis tells Jordynne Grace that he wants her on SmackDown. So Chelsea Green shows up, as well as Alba Fire. Chelsea Green tells him that it's too cold for her to go to the ring. Nick Aldis tells her that she's interrupting. Jordynne Grace tells Nick Aldis that her decision will be easy. Chelsea tells Nick Aldis that emotionally she cannot go to the ring, and asks him if he's seen the ending of Stranger Things. And Nick Aldis tells her that she can be a fighting champion, or he can impeach her and strip her of the title. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of comedy stuff there. Yay. Moving on. This leads us into Kit Wilson. He got a pretty okay little reaction. He says that he's redefining masculinity, and he's in Buffalo, the home of the most toxic sports fans in all of America. So Matt Cardona shows up, and he defeats Kit Wilson. So Kit Wilson, in my opinion, should have got the win. He busted out a nasty DDT neck breaker, spinning neck breaker, which was awesome. That should have been the finish, but Matt Cardona kicked out, and then he ended up hitting the Rough Rider for the 1-2-3. Matt Cardona wins. So I'm guessing Matt Cardona is officially a part of WWE. Who cares? I don't give a damn. This is just filler garbage. Nobody should care about this horse shit. Again, I do like Kit Wilson. He's great. He's awesome. Hopefully, the other half of Pretty Deadly can come back. So, hopefully, he can come back in due time. I forgot when he got injured. I just know he got injured last year sometime. So maybe he should be back in the coming months. Moving on. So, Kathy Kelly's backstage with Damian Priest. Damian Priest tells her that he's been going to war with Aleister Black for 6 months. He says enough is enough. And one way or another, this is going to end tonight. He tells Aleister Black for half a year. Aleister Black tried to change him and break him. He's not his creator. The only thing that Black has done is woke up something that even his crazy mind wouldn't understand. Damian Priest says he will stuff him in an ambulance and send him to the ER because tonight Aleister Black is going to fade to black. Okay, who gives a damn about that shit also. Moving on. So we get a Wyatt 6 promo. So Uncle Howdy says that Solo mocks what he does not understand. Bo Dallas says that his family is not made up just of them. Their family is filled with millions of fireflies around the world that will always remember. He tells Solo that it's time for them to chop down their family tree at the root. And he says when the dust settles, they'll be the ones standing. I don't care about this shit at all. I really don't. End this shit, please. End this Wyatt 6 MFT feud. I really don't give a damn about this. This is just horrible television. I don't care. I don't care. Moving on. So Sami Zayn shows up. He gets a really good reaction. He said that he hadn't been around for a couple of weeks. He got to enjoy being a fan, watching John Cena's last match with his son. So his son asked him, why did they call John Cena the last scene, the last scene 17? He says that it's because John Cena has won the title 17 times. And then he asked Sami, how many times has he won it? So Sami said he didn't have an answer. He said that his son has watched him in the ring every week against, guys like Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, John Cena. He said they've all have had championships. Sami Zayn's brought numerous championships to his son from the tag team titles, the Intercontinental title, and the U.S. title. He said he's not here to talk about it. He's here to do it. He says 2026 is here, and he's coming for the WWE Championship. So Trick Williams comes out. He gets a massive reaction. Crowd chants, whoop that chick. Trick introduces himself and says that he's finally arrived. He says that they may not have been formally introduced. Some call him Tricky 2 times. Some call him whoop that. But Sami Zayn can call him Trick Willie. I love that. Trick says he's what happens when you get Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and Mike Tyson in the ring at the same time, which is true. Trick tells Nick Aldis, Trick says that Nick Aldis called him and that he needs him on Smackdown. Nick Aldis tells him he wants someone that's tall, dark, and handsome. So Sami Zayn begins to talk. Trick cuts him off. Trick tells him he can take off his coat, his shades, his lemon pepper steppers. He's still 6'5", 250 pounds. In other words, Trick Williams is a grown-ass man. I love that. I love that. And that's what Nick Aldis is trying to say. They need someone who can challenge for the championship. Trick tells him that they're nothing alike. It won't take him 20 years to get an opportunity. He's not someone that will almost get the job done like Sami Zayn. So Trick and Sami Zayn, they have a brief stare down. Sami Zayn says that he's going to humble Trick. And he said that he's not the first guy to look good, to be good, and go through the ropes, skip the line, and be champion. He said that he's not the first person to get into his face. Sami Zayn says he has no problem in teaching Trick a lesson and will teach him a thing or two about what it means to be humbled. And then that was the end of the segment. So good stuff there. I like this. This was excellent. The crowd loved this. I really did enjoy this. Trick is the man. I've been a fan of Trick since day one, since he arrived in NXT 2.0 3.5 years ago. And it's great, man. Trick is great. Trick is money. If Vince was still in charge, Vince would push Trick to the moon. But I got a feeling that Trick is going to be humbled by Sami Zayn because Triple H is booking this. So, you know how that shit is. Whatever, but this was a good part of the show. Moving on from that, Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, they're backstage. They both wish each other a happy new year. He said that he wanted to fight the best version, and he got the best of the best. So him and Carmelo continue to exchange some words. Ilya basically just wants a rematch, and he just wants to know if Carmelo is going to continue to up and challenge. Carmelo says he is. So there's that. So then Ilya walks away. Carmelo sees Miz. He asks Miz what's up. Carmelo Hayes tells Miz that that's not what would have been possible without him. And he thanks Miz for it. He says my bad. The Miz says that he finally came to his senses. Carmelo thanks him for finally leaving him alone. And he's been better ever since. So that was pretty funny there. All right, good stuff. Moving on. Carmelo Hayes defeats Johnny Gargano to retain the U.S. Championship. This was a very long match. I don't give a damn about it. Carmelo Hayes wins via the nothing but net. Okay, that's fine there. Moving on. So, Tama Tonga, he's backstage along with Shinsuke Nakamura. They both speak to each other in Japanese. So Nakamura just laughs and then walks away. Solo, he comes up and he shows up. He asks Tama if he's okay, and Tama tells him it is. He says that's an older chapter. He asked him about the Wyatt Sticks, and Solo tells him he spoke to Nick Aldis about them, and he said next week it's going to be an 8-man tag. So whatever. I don't care about any of this shit at all. I don't. Moving on. This leads us into an Aleister Black video package. He talks about Damian Priest and says that after tonight, Aleister Black will never be the same again. Zelina Vega says tonight they'll put the final nail in the coffin of Damian's delusions. I don't care about this shit. Moving on. So Kathy Kelly had a backstage interview with Jade Cargill. Kathy tells her that Mia Yim, a.k.a. Michin, suffered an injury at a live event against Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill tells Kathy that Michin stepped up and found out. So Jordynne Grace shows up again. She says she's thinking of signing to Smackdown, and Jade Cargill tells her that she's that bitch. Jordynne Grace tells her that she's Grace, and Cargill is definitely one of those. Okay, that is fine there. I do like that. I would love to see Jordynne Grace versus Jade Cargill. That could be kind of fun. We'll have to wait and see how that progresses. I'm pretty sure she will definitely sign to SmackDown, more than likely. Because the SmackDown Women's Division is garbage. And Jordynne Grace could help out in that department. Moving on. So Cody and Sami, they show up. They're both backstage. So Cody wanted to know if Sami's seen Drew McIntyre. So Nick Aldis says that he's not seen Drew yet. So Cody just goes to the ring. He talks about nothing for like 5 minutes. And then he says he's going to hurt Drew McIntyre and everything. So Drew says that Cody's predictable because he's old school and he's traditional. And we're all full of shades of gray. Cody is as vanilla as it gets. So he said he thought hard about the stipulations. He said the first one is going to be a wrestling match. He's going to prove to Cody that he's the better wrestler. Fall number 2 is going to be where they can fight anywhere, and it doesn't matter. And then the third and final fall is going to be a steel cage. There's going to be no outside interference, no BS. 2 men will enter, 1 champion leaves. He said that he broke Cody mentally mentally, and then next week he's going to break him physically. And that's if Cody's still champion. So, basically, Drew is on Cody's tour bus. He grabs a picture of Dusty. He smashes it on the ground. He stomps on it. Then Drew says that he knows that a lot of people think it'll be a cold day in hell before he's champion again. And he helps Dusty has a coat because it's about to get very chilly. So, officials stop Cody from getting to Drew. Drew's in ring. He's got a trash can. He lights the picture of Dusty on fire. And he just talks trash to Cody. And then that was it. So, whatever. I don't care about this shit. We all know that Cody's going to win next week. Maybe you have Oba Family show up and make his debut there within the match. Maybe. But I don't know. We all know Drew McIntyre's not going to be champion at all. We should know this by now. You should already know this going in. Even though this was an okay segment. It was a little bit too long, but, it was all right. Moving on. Julia defeated Chelsea Green to become a 2-time women's United States champion. This was okay, I guess. Clearly, Julia still gets no reaction. And we all know why that is. Again, I'm a fan of Julia, but I think Julia should just be back in NXT. I really do. She's just not over. She's not getting over. She still gets no reaction. The crowd finds her boring because she's just a work rate girl. That's all she is. She's just work rate. There's nothing to her. And I think she would have benefited by still being back in NXT. But that's just me, though. Chelsea Green losing sucks, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Moving on from that. So we get some Rhea Ripley, Io Sky stuff. They're talking to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss about they want their shot, and, they're next in line. Who cares about this crap? I don't care about this shit at all. Basically, moving on from that, Johnny Gargano is still on the show again. He says that he's going to beat up Axiom. He wants his wife, he wants his mask back, that being Axiom. And so both Fraxium and Johnny Gargano, they talk trash to each other. Whatever. I don't care about this shit at all. Whatever. So I don't care. Main event of the evening: Damian Priest defeats Aleister Black in the ambulance match. So basically, Damian Priest did a choke slam from the ambulance to some tables to Aleister Black. Aleister Black ate a nasty Razor's Edge in this match as well. Rhea Ripley came in the match. She got involved along with Zelina Vega. So Rhea took her out with the Riptide. And so Damian Priest winning is fine. Hopefully this feud is over with. It should be. So we'll have to wait and see how things play out on that one. But all in all, SmackDown was okay. Trick Williams showing up was great. I like that. We got another Oba Family vignette, which was good. Everything else on the show was just okay. Randy Orton returning and getting a massive reaction, that was good too. So yeah. Other than that, SmackDown was okay. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.